Hey y'all, welcome back to Fearfully Created, where we are turning our 35-year-old mobile home into a mobile mansion, one room at a time. Today we're working in the girls' room. This is the official episode 2 of the girls' room makeover. I did a little mid-series recap, fill-in sort of thing in the last video because I really wanted to see you guys before Christmas, but not much was shown. I just talked about and updated you guys on what we were doing and where we were at and showed you little clips here and there, but I didn't go into full detail. This one is going to be an actual episode 2. We've basically tackled 3 out of 4 walls, so we are tackling the last wall today, and there should only be one more episode in this series. So buckle up because Fearfully Created is about to get into something and build a built-in. That's laughable. Fearfully Created ain't building nothing, but awesomely created sure is. I'm here for the painting and the moral support, and even Shane's been helping me paint here lately because of the issues going on with my dental stuff. I have been doing great for my surgery, but go figure, one of the teeth hanging on a prayer, one of the teeth hanging on a prayer in the front is giving me such a rough time. So I have been down for the count on Christmas. I was chugging the ibuprofen and trying my best to just get through the day because it's flared up and it started, and I don't know if it's just with everything that's been done in my mouth. I don't know if it got triggered by something. I don't know if it was irritated by something, but whatever it is, it had me hurting throughout the holidays. So I thought I was getting better from the surgery because I was doing great, but then all of a sudden we get a toothache in the front of the mouth, and I don't know about y'all, but if you've ever had a toothache in the front of the mouth, it's a lot different than a toothache in the back of the mouth. I don't know the science behind it, but it is. So I was trying my best to get through the days that we were working on this right before Christmas because I knew it had to get done, but it was hard. Thankfully, Shane, he was a rock star. He's always a rock star. And whenever I'm falling short, whenever I'm falling flat on my face, he is right there behind me picking up slack. And God in heaven knows I'm so grateful for that, especially in this situation because it's the only way that we got this thing done in time. Anytime I say we are doing something, always know to take that very lightly because it is mostly Shane and I'm just kind of telling him what to do and telling him what steps I want done next and how I want this area to look and the vision I have for that area. But I say we because we are a team and we do this thing together. His area is more labor where mine is more design, but I try to pitch in whenever he needs me in the labor areas, and he pitches in all the time when I need him in the design areas. So it really is a duo. We just have 2 totally separate jobs within the duo. So when I say we're taking down the trim before we start on the built-in, just know we, as in Shane, is taking down the trim before we start the built-in, and he's just doing this so we have a nice flat surface to start building on. So we're going to do the bookshelves that Shane actually designed himself in the boys' room. The girls had a fit over that bookshelf in the boys' room. Shane just came up with that on a whim with wood that he had. He didn't map it out, design it out or anything. He literally just started putting wood together and finding a support system to keep the wood up and keep it structurally sound, that way that we could put stuff on it. And he did this sandwich method that he just thought of. So the girls loved that bookshelf in the boys' room, so they wanted one. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this trim off and give us a flat surface to work on, and then we're going to do 2 of those bookshelves one on each side. One of the great things about these shelves in particular is there's no weird angle cuts. It's really just butted up against each other, and there's not a lot of weird length cuts. So you have all one width. All of the wood is one width. The shelving part, the side structural parts, the sandwiched parts in the middle, they're all one width. So it's just one 5-inch, 6-inch piece of wood, and then there's not a lot of different length cuts needed. So you really need 3 length cuts needed, and that's one for the side, one for the actual shelf, and then one for the butted up pieces between the shelves. So there's not a lot of weird hard angles, not a lot of weird hard cuts you have to do, which makes this process super quick. Another thing you don't have to worry about when it comes to these shelves is a backing, because these are going to be painted to match the wall. They're meant to sort of of camouflage, there's no need for a back. So we were able to just put this directly onto the studs in the wall, and then it just kind of melts into the wall once you have that paint on it. It looks like an actual built-in, because it is, but I mean, it looks like an actual built-in thing in the wall that would come with the house, and I really like that aspect of it because I really wanted the bookshelves to kind of mesh with the wall color in the room, because I want to do a desk in between the two shelves, and I want that desk and the chair that goes to the desk to be the accent. I want it to pop. I want it to stand out. I want it to be a focal point. So in order to get that desk and that chair to be a focal point, putting the same color of paint on these bookshelves we're building was necessary, because that way it kind of flows with the rest of the room, but then you have that white desk and that pretty like desk chair. It's like a pink color. It matches the room perfectly. You have that standing out in the front focal point, and it's just going to look so pretty. Once Shane gets all the trim off the wall, he puts the two sides up. You can see here he has one on a stud on the left side, and he goes on and attaches the right side to the bottom shelf plank that he placed. But before he attaches them to the rest of the shelves he's adding in, he's going to put the shelves and the butting pieces that go in between the shelves. He's going to put those together and just slowly make his way up the wall. You're going to see him go in between a nail gun and his drill, because he's using both screws and brad nails.
Yeah. Yeah. Chicks out there will like to party. Listen up, yeah, it's time to start it. And I know you got it. You with me, let's rock this party. All the girls on the side say, and all my fellas on the side say, tonight we're gonna fly high to the skies, 'cause we're gonna have a taste of the good life. Here we go, here we go, here we go up. Gonna rock this club till it goes up. Yeah, we're gonna live the good life. Yeah, we're gonna do it all night. Tonight, we're gonna live the good life. Alright, let's go and live the good life, the good life. Tonight, we're gonna live the good life. Alright, let's go and live the good life, the good life. Tonight, we're gonna live the good life. Alright, let's go and live the good life, the good life. Tonight, we're gonna live the good life. Alright, let's go and live the good life, the good life. I saw you when you passed me by, girl. Listen, baby, it ain't no lie, girl. So you don't have to be the shy girl. I'm not a player, no, I'm not the guy, girl. Listen, yeah, I know that we could fly up in the sky. At least we could try, girl. Yeah, I know I finally found you, girl. I know I found you, girl. You got me. We're gonna live the good life. Alright, let's go and live the good life, the good life. Tonight, we're gonna live the good life. Alright, let's go and live the good life, the good life, the good life, the good life, the good life. Let's go and live the good life.
Shane started on the second one over here doing the exact same thing that he did on the left one. If you'll notice, the shelf on the top is a little bit smaller than the rest of them, and that's designed that way. The girls have a lot of Funko Pops that they like to showcase, and we thought that would be a perfect little area up there for them to put them up there so they're not, getting damaged and stuff, because if you guys know anything about Funko Pop collectors, they are careful with their stuff. Now, our girls, they take them out of the box versus where Shane does not take his Funkos out of the box, but the girls do. So either way, if they want to showcase them up there out of the box or if they want to keep them in the box, regardless, both of the options fit up there and it fits perfectly. So that's what that top smaller shelf for. It'll be on both sides. It's for their Funko Pop collection. My girls are collectors through and through versus where Colton and Cammie, they have collectible things, but they have a lot of things that they actually play with. The girls like things they can just look at. So they have collector's editions of all sorts of stuff. They've gotten into a lot of the figure collecting and the manga collecting that Shane and I have got into. There has to be a little bit of a different manga collection for them, just, for rating purposes. But they've found enjoyment and stuff like that because Shane and I have been exploring that together this year. That was a huge New Year's resolution for this year, and I stuck to it, guys. I stuck to it. I let Shane introduce me to so much stuff, and him introducing me to that stuff kind of introduced them as like a byproduct of it. And so they have things that they love to just sit and look at. They have little figures. They're huge on Miku. If y'all know about Hatsune Miku, I found out about it through a Fortnite skin. There's a Fortnite skin of her. She's super pretty. She's like a blue-haired, like little cartoon anime looking girl, but she's a actual pop star, like a hologram or something like that. And people actually go to these concerts and they watch Hatsune Miku as a hologram. Like, she's not actually there, but she's an actual pop star. It's wild. The lore is crazy. I went down a whole rabbit hole, but she's so cute. And the girls have so many figures of Hatsune Miku, so they like to stick those up in places. And they've right now they've put them in their closet. You can see they've put them in their closet because they didn't want them to get damaged while they were in the living room, because all of their stuff is in the living room right now until we can get this bedroom makeover done. So they actually brought it in here into the closet to keep it safe, and all the clothes are in the living room. I'm sanding these shelves down because it is raw wood, so we don't want any splinters. We don't want it to be rough. We want it to have a nice smooth finish. So I'm sanding down all the shelves and all the corners so they're not too sharp. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to do 2 coats of paint on the shelves before we do the thing of caulk. After the 2 coats of paint dry, we're going to go in and caulk all the seams to get it looking really seamless and pretty, and then we'll do a 3rd final coat. Now 2 coats would probably be enough because this paint's awesome. The Valspar paint, it has been great. I've only needed 2 coats on the other walls, I believe, so like it's been great. But just for coverage purposes and just to get a nice smooth finish, paint really helps that whenever you're painting on wood that's been sanded. It helps when you have several coats of paint. So I'm going to do 3 coats in total, 2 before caulking the seams, and then the final one after the caulk dries. Shane was reading me some of the comments the other day, and a lot of you guys were talking about why we paint after we put down the flooring. One of you guys were like, why don't you paint before you put down the flooring, Rena? And I'm like, first of all, I didn't think of that until y'all mentioned that the first time. And then I was like, well, yeah, and I have thought about that before, but I forget. I have really bad, memory loss. My brain does not retain any bit of memory hardly at all. I have a very minor TBI, a traumatic brain injury from a pseudotumor cerebri situation that I had as a kid. So I will learn a skill and I'll forget it. If I don't feed that skill and I don't keep it growing, I will forget it. Vocabulary as well. My vocabulary will be awful if I'm not reading constantly. Reading the Bible helps, but I do find that I say thus and thys randomly. So I usually either get a newer version that has modern day English in it, or I read a lot of fiction, nonfiction. I listen to a lot of audiobooks, and that's not just a hobby of mine. It helps me with my vocabulary. And so the same goes with the memory thing. I have to literally feed it. So I play the word searches. I play the crosswords. I do all the little things I can to keep my brain healthy because it's so damaged. So if I learn something and forget get it, try not to be mad at me. It's not intentional. I don't mean to throw your advice out like fart in the wind. I have a hard time retaining what I learn unless I just drill it into me over and over and over again. And it takes a while, but once I do that, I'm golden. It works. So the reason that we didn't paint before we laid down the flooring in this room was because we did one wall at a time. So I needed the flooring to be in here when we did the wall that the beds are up against, because we were bringing the beds in here. So that's why we waited to paint till after the floor got put down. We did have to clean up some mess. It was inconvenient. It definitely wasn't ideal, but that was the case with this room because that's how we had to do it. I could have done it a lot differently in the boys' room, and I really do need to remember to, if we're doing a whole room, like when we get to our bedroom or something and we're doing the floor, paint before the floor goes down. Even if you want to do one wall at a time, it isn't worth it if you've got to go clean a whole mess up of paint off of a brand new floor. So that's great advice, and I'll store that in my brain and try to remember that. But yeah, that's why we didn't paint before we laid the flooring in the girls' room. So many times you guys come in and question things that I do, or you give me advice in the comments. I want you to know that's always accepted and appreciated over here. You don't even have to end it with just loving advice, Serena, don't get upset, or this is just me throwing something out there. I hope you don't get offended. You guys could not offend me if you tried. I'm always accepting all the information from you guys, because you have to remember, I've only gotten as far as I've gotten because of you guys. This channel works both ways. God didn't just give me to you, He gave you to me. And as I'm trying to filter love to you guys and encouragement and what little wisdom God gives me in certain areas, as I'm trying to do that, y'all are filtering it into me as well. And it's not just wisdom and love and encouragement. You guys give me knowledge, and that's something I don't have a lot of to give you guys. Any amount of knowledge I really have comes from you guys. I just take it and I just kind of modify it into something that works for me, and then I relay it back to you guys in case somebody is struggling in an area that I was struggling in. So it really is like a two-way funnel, and what you funnel into me, I try to do good with it and just funnel it back out. So whatever you have, advice, encouragement, criticism, just please do it in a kind way. But whatever it is, don't ever be afraid to use your God-given right to type out a comment. I will not delete it unless it is just awful. And I don't delete them. Shane goes in. He's Sheriff Shane. He goes in, and sometimes there'll be a critical comment that I want so badly to keep, but it's just, once you write a comment and if it's criticism and something I can use, if you taint that with hatred, it's harder for me to understand. As a human, even though I'm really open to criticism, I have had a lot of abuse and neglect in my life, and so automatically, I wish I wasn't like this, but just being honest with you guys, automatically when somebody starts getting so mean, that wall goes up and I just pull back, and I'm like, okay, I can't let you hurt me that much because I'm not healed. And that's why when I first started YouTube, every other YouTuber I was talking to, they were like, how do you not let that bother you? You keep getting awful comments. We see them all the time, but you just keep coming back like nothing's happening. And it's because that's my defense mechanism. That wall is I can't let you hurt me. I'm not fully healed. It's like kicking a wounded animal or something. I can't let that happen. I know my limits. So when I have a comment that I could use, and it's good criticism, but it's done in the wrong way, it's a disservice to me, and it's a waste of their time, because you could have gotten through to me. You could have gotten through to me if you had just been kind about it. And I don't expect anybody to kiss the ground I walk on or to show me favor or anything like that. I just expect kindness as a human. I just expect kindness. That being said, if you do make a mean comment and you do get it deleted, you won't be blocked. So if you decide to come back, I have people come back all the time, and our relationship, I have one I'll never forget. They were so mean. And they know it too, so I can say that. They were so mean to me for months, and I dealt with it because I had prayed about it, and God was like, just be patient. Just be patient. Just be patient. I was like, God, they're hurting my feelings. He's like, just be patient. And it took months, but finally they left a comment, and it was an apology. and they had mentioned something that I had said that had rubbed them the wrong way, and that's kind of what triggered them to be so hateful towards me. And so them apologizing to me and communicating that to me led me to be able to apologize to them for what I said that hurt their feelings. And I can't remember what it was. I think I said something like ADHD was a trend or something like that, because as a person who has lived with ADHD their whole life, I have noticed it become sort of a trend in nowadays. Now, does that mean everybody who has ADHD is just falling into the trend? No, that's not what I mean at all. It's just, as someone who has severe medically diagnosed ADHD, sometimes it can feel a little off when you have everybody and their mama saying they have ADHD, but nobody has a medical diagnosis. It really does harm to the ADHD community. It's like people self-diagnosing autism. It can do more harm than it can good. While I'm a firm believer that people know their bodies better than doctors do, when something like that starts quote unquote trending, then we get mix-ups with diagnoses. We get mix-ups with symptoms. You have people believing they have something that they might not have, and they might have something else that really needs looked into, like by a medical professional. It's just something that I struggle with. I don't like that. So I had said that, but I'd come across the wrong way, and it was more of like a joking sarcasm the way I had said it, and it really offended that person, and that's what kind of fueled their hatred and their hate towards me in the comments. Once I was able to understand that, once they called me out for that, I could apologize and be like, okay, yeah, I see how that would offend you. Like, I get that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt anybody's feelings. I was just trying to voice how I felt about something, and I completely went about it the wrong way. So that's why now I've learned from the situation like that. I've learned that when I say something, I need to say my opinion is, or I think, or something like that. That way, nobody thinks I have a target on them. I'm just telling you guys how I think. And I think that I should be able to do that without upsetting someone, but I have to know how to do that properly first. You know what I'm saying? Like, I should be able to voice my opinion, but I need to do it in the right way, or somebody's going to get hurt. And God knows I don't want anybody to get hurt. But that being said, something really good came from all of that hate that was spewed towards me for those months. And this happened, 4 years ago, probably 3 or 4 years ago. So I know it was before we moved here in the double wide. So I know that something as small as a hate comment can be used for good, because it's been used for good on me before. So that's why I don't block. Shane just goes in and he filters, because I have a lot of friends who care about me in the comments too, and wars can get started in the comments because they're trying to defend me, and while I appreciate that, I don't ever want somebody who hates me to feel like people are ganging up on them. So I just prefer to keep the comments a peaceful space full of prayer requests and love. We're going to do the Christmas tag from you guys on the girls' desk and desk chair. Much like we did in the boys' room with their refrigerator, we wrote from you guys on a Christmas tag and put it on there just as a visual, so that they know like where the help comes from, right? Like, God has used you guys in such a huge way that like you can just sit and watch me and bless my family, or just sit through an ad and bless my family. Like, it's amazing to me, and I don't ever want that to go over my kids' heads. Like, hey, we have this because people find us valuable enough to spend their time on, which is the biggest amount of money you could ever spend, right? Like, if we're putting time versus money against one another, time's going to win every time. And the fact that y'all spend time watching me, the most expensive thing you could give me, I don't ever want my kids to not realize that. I don't ever want them to not realize that. So I put a tag on the boys' refrigerator that said it was from you guys, because while everything, right, you guys supported everything we did in that room, I wanted them to have sort of a visual of like a gift sort of under the tree. Like, this is what they've done for you. So we're going to do the same thing over here in the girls' room with this chair, which is adorable. It's beautiful. It matches the room so good. And the desk. And that's going to be their gift from you guys. Obviously, you guys have helped us do all of this just by watching the videos and listening to me for a minute and a half in a sponsored video or something, allowing me to do sponsors this year. But this is a way that I can kind of visualize it for the kids, if that makes sense. So we're going to do the tag on the chair and the desk too. And then in the next video, which will be the final video of the Girls Bedroom Makeover series, we're going to go through and just show you guys what all we did in one full go and just do a huge bedroom reveal because the before and after is absolutely insane. I think we nailed that clean girl / kawaii aesthetic that they were begging for.
The sun always crashing in, and the way you look at me, yeah, I think I'm falling in love. Sweet talk, sun-kissed skin. Let's just go all in, 'cause I just got to move. Take a look at all the shining lights. Nothing beats that view. Will you meet me on the floor tonight? And it's California. I couldn't have warned you, baby. Ooh, yeah, this place just makes you, girl, it makes you want to know. Yeah, it makes you want to know.
Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I hope y'all have a blessed morning, evening, night, whatever it is, wherever you're at. Know that I love you, but Jesus loves you so much more. I will see y'all in the next one.